Doberman? How you doing, brother? Come on, gang, how we doing? Let's get it. Another day, another dollar, baby. What's up, Darshan? How you doing? Bong, how you doing? Crypto Kid in the house. Disco Tech. Good luck. Give me that Disco Tech. We'll get popping here in just a minute, man. What's up, guys? We're going to get moving here in just a minute, friends. Solana back over 140. Can I get a huddle gang in the chat, baby? Let's go. Solana back over 140. Let's get it. Going in just a minute, my friends. Just give me 1 minute, making sure we got everything set up here. Get all my tabs open, ready to rock. That's the Titan Stadium next to it. Tighten up, baby. One of these years, we're gonna have a good year. Let's see. It's been a minute.
This the type of beat that make the ghetto girls play.
What's up, Dennis? How you doing? Dennis in the wrong chat, but it's good to see you, brother. I'm glad you're here. All right, get us live on TikTok, guys. We'll be going here in just a minute. Here's the Bitcoin chart. While you're, see, I don't even have that up. Yeah, boy, even screwed that up. There we go. I'll give you the Bitcoin weekly chart if you see that lovely bounce back we've already gotten. Give me a second while I go live on TikTok. It's supposed to struggle. It's supposed to struggle. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the LuxAlgo live stream. My name is Jacob. Like always, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in yet again. Baby countdown still enabled. We're still on the countdown. Don't know. It seems at this point she's just going to come when she wants to come. It seems like it might be another week. Who knows? Lock in the light. Still haven't had a breaker trip yet. I'm praying we do not lose power here in the studio, in the crib, whatever you want to call it. If we do, if the stream suddenly cuts off, you know exactly what happened. I've been pulling too much wattage, too many amps from one plug. I'm just kidding. Too many amps from a single breaker. I wish my studio garage had more than one breaker, but it does not. I gotta get an electrician out here. 1 second though, as I get the stream going up on TikTok, we're about to dive into Bitcoin and its lovely daily bounce backs, right? This is the second day now we're showing green. Even with Jerome speaking this morning and the U.S. market's down, Bitcoin's up, which is lit. Okay, ES is still flat. NASDAQ's down, but barely. Pretty flat. All pretty flat, but it's all good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this one going, and then we're dialed in. Ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Voice. Okay. Sold off the 3-year auction. Yeah, I didn't even look at that, actually. No, it isn't. What it isn't. Bitcoin's up. What are you talking about? No, it is up. That's right. All right, really quickly though, let's do our well, we'll do that in a minute. Bots in the other chat, I think. We're gonna do our top 10 in just a second. We're just gonna show it up on the leaderboard. Besides that, guys, today, interesting news. Bitcoin dip buyers pour 438 million into US ETFs in 2 days, right? Crazy move. We saw Peter say Bitcoin peppers blame the decline on the repayment related sales. While this is a part of the story, the rest is what the sell-off exposes the myth of institutional demand. Such demand really did exist. Buyers would jump at a chance to buy the Bitcoin market off. So again, we've talked about how these retests of 60K has been insane and been, honestly, in my opinion, worth that 60K at least was worth a little bit of a reinvestment for sure to add to the portfolio. You know the drill. Key levels, man. Key weekly levels is what we look for. Elon's XAI ended server deal talks with Oracle, right? Or Oracle, I haven't looked at, yeah, look at that candle. 3% today on that news. Elon moves markets, if anybody. Everybody thinks Roaring Kitty, you know, king of moving markets. Well, we all know it's not just him. Besides that, we saw Jerome speak this morning. He was, you know, doing his typical Jerome stuff. The guy is the best at dancing around the question. There wasn't anything too major. Markets are, you know, flat today on the U.S. side. But pretty much the highlight here, labor market has cooled considerably, is more or less back to pre-2020 levels. Again, we talked about how the percentage keeps increasing on 2 rate cuts this year. We at least, for now, have almost a guaranteed at least one. So we'll see kind of where we're at when that the next FOMC meeting comes and the rate decision comes up. The ETF issuers have yet to file some of them. There's 2 of them. There's Invesco and Ether, aka the BlackRock one, haven't filed their S1s yet, but they have to do it today. So we'll probably get, or that was yesterday actually. Sorry. Did they end up filing that? There it is. Boom. See, you just scroll down a little bit. So BlackRock filed theirs. Never mind. I thought that was today's news. I always forgot. But yeah, you go. BlackRock filed today or yesterday in time. Did we get any update on Invesco? VK, was there an update on Invesco? Okay. Weird. All right. Either way. This was actually pretty cool. We had Solana up today. Solana's up. Where you at, Sol? There you go. Boom. Solana's up 1.25%. It was up a lot more earlier, but crazy close yesterday on Solana. We had that news come in. Where was it again? I need to just exit out of these each time. SIBO filed 19 B4s for spot Solana ETF by Vanek in 21 shares. So the SEC is still, I think, trying to get through the Ethereum ones first before they even touch on the overall filings for the Solana. So that could be a ways down the road here, but we'll just be waiting. Is XRP dead? Absolutely. XRP is the worst. You don't have to, you can, that, just look at the chart. That'll answer your question. All right. SEC, though, again, has yet to acknowledge it. So, you know, we got to wait on these Ethereum ones first, to be honest. Besides that, guys, remember today, besides Jerome, we had that 3-year auction, had a little bit of a pullback on that in the U.S. markets. Tomorrow, we have him with the U.S. Senate. So we have him again at 10 a.m. I forgot. This is literally Jay Powell week. We have him tomorrow at 10 a.m. again, so you'll see some volatility. There was a little bit of volatility today. It wasn't too crazy, but there were some decent moves. So just bigger candles, really, guys. So just limit your risk. If you're used to, you know, if your normal risk is like 1, then do 2 or do half, right? Or if his normal risk is 2, do 1, right? Just cut it in half. Cut your risk in half because you're going to have bigger movers. Bigger candles just on that news, or just when he's speaking, really. We got inventories at 10:30. We got 10-year auction at 1. We got all the auctions this week. And then we got Bowman, which, meh. And then short interest updates at 4. Thursday, CPI. That's the report we've been waiting on. We saw slowing in the last report. Do we continue slowing, right? To hit that 2% target that Jerome keeps talking about. Says we're in line with it. All right, we also got PPI on Friday as well. So 2 major reports coming in end of the week, both pre-market. So they're about an hour before open that these both will be posted. So really, they're going to determine the rest of that day. So whatever happens, usually right at that 8:30 mark, it's probably just going to move in that same direction unless something changes throughout the day. But a lot of times it just moves based on that first initial report. So be ready for that, for some decent volatility. But yeah, that's pretty much on the news front. Bitcoin today, obviously we are green today, which is great. Bitcoin back green, bouncing yet again yesterday with a low of 54,278. Back to 57. So remember, on that weekly chart for Bitcoin, we really, really want to see this thing close above this low here, which was 56,500. It's Michigan Bitcoin meetup? No, not doing that. We're going to be at Bitcoin 2024 here in Nashville, but not that. Now, yeah, Bitcoin, again, trading back over 56. We just want to see it this week close over 56,500. If it can do that, I think we'll be good. Remember, we had that beginning sell-off on a Monday, or late Monday night, early Monday morning, like late Sunday night, early Monday morning. It was like 3 a.m. Sold down to around 54,300, back up over 57. So honestly, more power to it. We talked about yesterday, this is a great extension on the fib to make a bounce back to the 60K mark. So right now it's already playing out accordingly. So, I mean,
who's your daddy?
You were on stream yesterday. You knew we were talking about going back to maybe see 60 this week. So already on the right track for that. But we'll dive into the chart here in just a minute. Really quickly, the top 10 viewers of the last week here. I didn't make a list, honestly. At this point, with the time I have, I'm limited to what I can do. Here's your top 10. So you got Anthony at first. Great job, Anthony. You got Barrett at second. Glenn tied for second there. We got Beers Havoc there in third. You got SJ7 in fourth. David in fifth with 314. You got Brad in sixth. Troy in seventh. Crypto Kid 8th. Marshmallow 9th. Dame 10th, man. Dame's 10th. If for some reason 2 hits, we'll do a spin-off between Glenn and Cohen, but that was a T2. So, Dame, you barely made the cut. You barely made the cut because these 2 guys tied. Barely made the cut. So, we'll be picking that winner here in just a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We'll just do double. We'll double it. All right. We'll just have the more or less, the 1 through 2. So that's pretty much all we use it for now. All right, Pepe Will. 11th is the best one. You said Doberman in 11th with 214. Almost Doberman and Tom. All right, here we go. We're going to pick the top 10 winner. Again, guys, I appreciate you, like always. Thank you so much for tuning in and getting those Bitcoin predictions in and just hanging out. I mean, this is just a little bit of our gratitude. I'm going to keep you updated. We might be switching the overall giveaway system here soon to make sure we're in line with, we want to make sure we're doing everything right here. Want to make sure we're not going against YouTube community guidelines or anything like that. So I'll keep you guys updated on that once we get an update. But here we go. Let's pick our winner. But we got to double check those guidelines. You feel me? So far, we think we're good. All right. Number 1, Anthony, dude. Number 1. I love it. I love when we get somebody new, and I love when it has to be the number 1, man. Congrats to Anthony, man. If you're in the chat, I appreciate you. Yet again, please, please, please. Join the Discord and reach out to me, okay? You just go to discord.gg/lux, or just go to the description of this video or this live stream. And then when you join the Discord, click the top right-hand corner, all right? And then click my name right here, okay? And then message me. Great job, Anthony. That's awesome that he was number 1 this week and ended up winning. So great job, Anthony. Great Bitcoin predictions. I'm going to go ahead and reset all the points, guys. So great job, Anthony. Appreciate you. Let's move on to back to Bitcoin here and get cranking on our analysis, all right? So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the main charting screen. Let's do that real quick. And we're going to do our Bitcoin predictions really fast. Now, guys, you just saw us do a top 10 leaderboard. And some of you are probably like, what the heck is he talking about? Well, that has to do with what we're about to do right now. So what we're doing every single day is something called Bitcoin predictions. Now, what I do here is I go and I, oh, what happened? Oh, is the body been working today? That was being weird. Either way, there you go. What I do, let me remove all these before I forget. What I do here is I go in and I put a price in here that you can determine whether you think it's going to be more or less. Yesterday's price at the beginning of the stream was 56,317. Now, everybody that said more, because at the end of the stream it was more than this price, got 100 points added to their profile. Now, that's what determines how they rank up on the YouTube channel. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure in just a minute you are in the main YouTube stream, and that's the only way that you can actually enter or actually get points here on the YouTube stream. So make sure that you are locked in there. And dude, who the hell keeps buying views? Who the hell keeps buying viewers? This is making me mad. This happened in the past few weeks. Somebody's sabotaging the stream. Somebody find him. There's no this is not. The views don't line up with the amount of viewers. It just doesn't make sense. Oh well. It's just annoying. All right. It's not real. Somebody keeps like buying viewers and sending them to our channel for some reason. Because it literally says the average view duration 16. Yeah, it's not right. I don't know. We've noticed a sabotage in certain live streams of viewers being bought. All right. But because it doesn't line up with the amount of views of the actual stream. So it's definitely fake. All right, let's do the Bitcoin predictions. Guys, to be a part of that, make sure you're in the main YouTube stream. Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me. It's driving me nuts though, because it's happened a few times now. But the minute, if you get a spike from our average like 150 to 1100 like in literally 1 minute, it's not real. The only time that happens is on YouTube Shorts, or like the short live. Guppy Gang did it again. Yo, Durb, it is live, man. How you doing? Bro is using indicator. Crypto bro definitely doesn't know how to use indicators if he's saying that. There it is. Boom. All right, we got our point. We got our bot over. It's all good, brother. Everybody, there's so many people like you that, or so many people that say that they come in here. They're like, bro uses indicators. Like they don't do their job. They're not there to help you, bro. They're there to just, you are liquidity. Thanks for the liquidity. I love when people come in. I love when people come in the chat, and they're just like an average trader. They're like, thanks for the liquidity, bro. It's like, bro, we're all liquidity. We're not in control of this. We just manage to get little small trades, long-term investment trades that we can manage on our own. We are the liquidity. Like everybody that isn't in control of the markets is the liquidity. All right. Bot is over there. Guys, if you think you got what it takes to guess where you think Bitcoin's going to be today, make sure you join the main YouTube stream right now if you want to be a part of this. Bitcoin predictions, all right? And the price we're going to go with today on the Bitcoin prediction is, I just saw it. I just saw the price I'm going with. 57,888. If you think it's going to be more or less than that price right now in the main YouTube chat, type an exclamation BTC, more or less. If you are correct, when the stream hits an hour and 30 minutes, you'll get 100 points added to your profile. And then yet again, we will give you a chance, if you're a top 10 leaderboard viewer at the end of the week, you'll get a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100. And today our winner was, and there it goes, it dropped back down. it dropped right back down. Dude, that's so weird, dude. So weird. Don't ask me. Get those Bitcoin predictions in. All right, Pepe Will is going to make his pick. Man has literally just not, it's official. The guy's the king. He's literally the king. Pepe Will is going to make his pick right now. So what we do as well is we see if a random spin can make the right guesses. Man was almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins in a row, almost. Let's see what he picks today. He's been short like crazy. This is the biggest Bitcoin bear on the planet. Let's see what he does today, though. Let's see what he does today. There we go. What you got for me, dog? What you got for me, dog? A little bit of one more spin there. More or less, buddy. More or less. What you got? More today. He's going with the more. Guy's a genius. All hail Pepe. Pepe's in the chat. If you haven't already, Pepe's in the chat. All hail to Pepe. And here we go. Here's the spin. BK, if you're here, handle that, man. Get a grip on him. All right. Let's do our Bitcoin prediction. All right, so start off with Bitcoin on the daily chart. Y'all know the drill here. So, first off, a few things that I want to note is that we have finally shown that this low does kind of want to hold around 56. Now, we discussed this on that weekly here as well, is guess what lines up on this weekly chart? If we pull the fib down here to its recent swing, we had 2 swing points that we're playing from. The last time it had a higher low up until the recent high. And now we are showing that 50% retracement might be holding, right? We're right now showing that, 56,200 roughly might be that price. But I will say, right, I'm not going to be bullish on Bitcoin at this level. I would want Bitcoin back over 60K, show us consolidation right above this higher low on the weekly. But for now, this is a good sign that it wants to potentially bounce back and give us a nice, structural move, maybe off 60K. So upside target right now would be 60 on the daily, and the 4-hour would be 60K. The weekly then would show that 50% retracement gets respected, but also the swing low here also gets respected, that I would want to be watching on that weekly chart somewhere around here. So dead center of that is 60,700. The top of this zone is sitting at 61,420. Blaze, and the low is 60,158. That's on the weekly chart. Going into the daily, though, as we can see here, we also have a breaker block sitting there. Now, the biggest thing was this daily level, and we have this very large sell-off wick here that got bounced back. So honestly, I think it could easily show a decent bounce back to the 60K level, and then we probably would start seeing some type of sells come in. The low of this order block is 60,150. Does it end up actually rejecting that? That's kind of what we're watching for. If it for some reason breaks back over that and gives us consolidation between 60 and 62, then we can consider any type of upside. But for now, from this recent swing to this low now, we have yet again a 50% retracement lining up. Guess what? Right at that imbalance as well. There's still a little bit of room to the upside at 58,705. We haven't hit that yet. 58,481 was the high. The next, we're going to go over gold in just a minute, guys. Come on. The next one after that, again, 59,900. That's where the 618 is sitting. So it is lining up quite nicely with that 60K retest and these previous lows. So that's what I would like to see on that daily time frame for a pullback there on Bitcoin before it potentially goes lower. If we take this swing high here all the way to where we're at now, you can see here when this thing fully showed that 382 line up with these previous lows, we can see that it has made a decent pullback here on the daily. So yet again, like we discussed, when we know that Bitcoin has, or just any currency or whatever you trade, any asset has extended properly, it all comes down to a Fibonacci. So this recent swing here, what we can do is see if from its high to its low, in this case, it can be low to high if it's on the upside, but this is on the upside, downside. If you start seeing the Fibonacci levels line up with previous structural points, like a higher low here, as you can see at the 382, that could indicate that price has extended enough to maybe give you a little bit of a retracement. Now, I will say I like to see the 50% retracement. So if we're talking 50% retracement, that would indicate we're about right here, which would drive us back down to 50K. Now, do I think 50K could be the initial push to the downside? Honestly, right now, I do think that this 50% is probably going to hold and retest 60K. After that, there's a possibility that could happen. I need to wait and see what it does at 60 again. So we'll see if we get a bounce back on 60 or not. That's kind of what we're waiting for here. Going into that 4 hour, again, still seems bearish. This is a very slow fade to climb back to 60, indicating, you know, that's pretty much what a bear flag is. It shows you a very strong rebound, but then it takes forever to kind of get back on its feet. And then eventually, you know, buyers are exhausted, and then you see new sellers come into the market and drive it back to those lows. But at the current moment, I would really want to see if we could break this swing high. So the swing high right now, 58.48. We discussed also yesterday as we saw a significant move off of this low to give us a decent bounce on the 4 hour to retest the highs. And now you can see it is starting to struggle a bit. But we'll see where it ends up here in the next few days. But again, I do think 60K could 100% be that next target for this week. But it might have to consolidate a bit before it actually gets back there on those slower time frames. So let's keep an eye on the money flow here really quickly. In this current range that we're in, I'm going to add probably another 20 bars. 40. There you go. Boom. The peak volume is sitting up there, obviously, at, what is this price? 66838. So that's where peak volume is sitting. We have a decent amount of volume that's almost peak as well, sitting around 62. So the nice part is 60K is actually outside of that value range. I would want to see if Bitcoin, though, like we already said, come back to that, maybe accumulate some volume there. But again, the only way that I would look bullish at all, right, because it's out of that value range, it's out of the majority volume in this current daily range that it was in. When it escapes it, like breaks 60 here, it's usually going to start to end up in a trending state. So, because there's less volume down here. So, in this case now, you know, we'll talk about a potential buy, like honestly down at 52-ish or so. We'll look here in a minute on the weekly for potential buys. I would be looking for that. But if we can get back through 62 and we start getting into majority of that volume sitting there, then that's when I'll start considering maybe some upside. But for now, if anything, if I was to say, okay, you know, upside level, we'd have to get a daily close somewhere above 62.865 or honestly just 63 in general. And then we could start seeing maybe some nice bullish price action. As you can tell, there is a potential of a inverse head and shoulders playing out yet again. If this were to come back, retest that 63, 62.8, 62.9, that kind of area there, and then give you a higher low right off roughly that same 60K level. So that is a potential that could happen. And again, the last time we talked about that, it did. So we'll see if it does again. That is a very good potential that it could happen. But in this case, it's just a matter of waiting and going with the daily trend. The daily trend right now is in a bearish trend, so we would be still considering the short side if anything. But in this case, you know, we just have to go up and retest 62, 63K to consider any type of upside move. So that'd be the only thing I would watch for. On the signals and overlays front, though, yet again, I mean, I can't really explain this enough that if price is trading below that neocloud aggressively, and you get something like a 3 continuation signal, which is a longer signal, and prices showing a gap between where it's trading and the neocloud here, a lot of the times it's going to be in a strong bearish or bullish trend depending on what direction we're moving. But for now, definitely that bearish trend gave you high odds, especially after this lower high, to go and retest that 58 low. So I would want to see now if we want to recover a bit, but we are in a decent trending state, I will say, on the daily. But here, going back to that 4 hour, yeah, we just have to, you know, I really want to see a retest 58.256. Oscillator looks good for that retest on the 4 hour. On the daily oscillator, perfect. If this gets confirmed right now, more than likely you would probably see a divergence play out here, as it is a, yeah, we should. As it is a higher low here when you have set a lower low. So I will say, though, this just extended here. it regained price and then yet again set another lower high, and now it extended even more. And now you're showing potentially conflict to this lower high trend that it had here with an extended bearish flow that's been there for a while. So there's a high probability this thing actually 60K is in the cards very soon. So we'll see how that plays out. And then from 60K, we can determine whether it's going to go lower or if it's going to go higher. That's kind of what we'll be watching here. So not too bad here on Bitcoin so far. We'll see where it is in the upcoming days. If you didn't get your Bitcoin predictions in, I'm sorry, guys. Bro, we want some BW twerking in that background. Add some flavor to the show. Come on. You want some BBW on that screen, brother? Come on, dude. Really? We're going to just get banned from YouTube because you said that. You think I'm going to put that on the back screen? Seriously? Then y'all just be distracted. You want me to look at the levels. Come on, brother. Dude, the minute I look at the comments, that's the first thing I see. First thing I see. Is this live? No, this is not live. We're going to go over gold here right now. What is you asking? He thinks the Pepe will. All right, let's go over gold. Before people have a heart attack yet again. The gold fiends are always here to party. All right, guys, if you didn't get those Bitcoin predictions in, closing it now, you missed it. I'm going to unlist the other stream. We're going to get cranking again. Bot's probably going to leave. All right. So, remember what we said yesterday on gold? We weren't a huge fan of this thing making as big of a pullback as it did. I wanted to see this thing hold up above, give us some type of bounces around that 2365. And it just completely failed that. It retested this 8% order block. It keeps holding it today, even with Jerome speaking. So that's a good sign on this current move that it's had. As you can see, boom, holding that 50% retracement as well. So that's a good sign so far. Does it close where it's at? That's kind of what I'd be waiting for right now. So on the 4 hour here, I hate that this broke down off of this high low as well on the oscillator, but really this 4 hour level sitting right here at 2365 is kind of what I'd be watching. Does price close over 2365? Does it actually take out 2370? It already did. So honestly, if you got a 4 hour close above this high of 2371, you probably would get that next move to 2390 again. So keep an eye on that. The daily closed very nicely yesterday. It closed right where I wanted over this previous open close high there. If it closes over that again today with less wick, I would have liked a lot less wick here on the upside on the daily candle today. That's why I said over 2370 would be ideal. We only have 2 hours left though. So is that possible? That's kind of not really, but we'll see. Expect people to ask gold 1 hour from now. You're 100% right. But again, you can't make this up. If you're trading at all, you need to watch these crazy reactionary points. This was news-based, but it's still crazy reaction off 2386, right? Price, again, went up to that level. That would have been my take profit level if I was taking longs anywhere on this breakout move. So if I wasn't targeting 2386, well, then you pretty much missed out on nearly the perfect exit point in this current trend that it's in. Now, I hate that it pulled back and retested this higher low. That's not usually a good sign for price to continue in that upside direction. But I will say, out of all of these, gold moves, honestly, the most on news. So the fact that it's holding up today with Jerome speaking, we have some heavy news later this week. So be on the lookout and follow our Twitter if you're not already to make sure that you are in on when the news is hitting the market, right? If you're not following our Twitter, go do it now. We give you updates every Sunday on what to come that week. As you can see, on Wednesday, we have Jerome speaking with the U.S. Senate at 10 a.m. as well. You'll see some volatility across all markets, especially gold. And then, obviously, the auctions will hit gold as well. But Thursday and Friday, big reports pre-market, and gold will be heavily affected on those reports, similar to what we've seen on these major sell-offs. This was 9 a.m., right? 9 a.m. candle. Guess what? That was during an 8:30 news report. This one here. That was a 1 p.m. That was, I don't know what that was, actually. There's definitely a news report. I have to remember which one that was. But if you look at majority of there you go, 9 a.m. Thursday, news report, huge sell-off there. All right? Huge sell-off there. This one, 9 a.m. Thursday. Huge pump there, news report. So, again, make sure you're up to date with the news. Just follow our Twitter and you'll know exactly when they're coming out. Everything is in Eastern time. Just remember that. All right, so today, again, just closing over 2370 would be ideal. We got 2 hours left on the daily. And this 4-hour candle close up somewhere around 2370. I think it does look good for that continuation, but we got to show something. We got like this here is giving me nothing. I got to either see it break down or break out, and then you look for that move. So for now, on the money flow side, we're out of that value range as of now on this current bar setup. Let's look at it on 200 bars here. Same situation. We're out of that value range. Peak volume is down here at 23-27-ish. So being out of that is a good sign here. Going to the daily time frame now. I want to bring this now back to let's say 50. I just want to see up here. Let's do 75. I could probably measure exactly what we need, but that works. All right, so yet again, there's that volume down there in the 330s, 327, right? So it's outside of that yet again. We closed well over this swing high here, lower high that got printed there in early June. Now we've fully broken that last Friday. So again, this trend wants to hold. It has to hold these previous highs. It's already trying to do that. So again, this daily candle for one has to definitely hold over 2360 today. And then maybe you'll see a nice continuation into tomorrow. So keep a close eye on that. That's the biggest thing I'd watch for. On the signals and overlays front, we go to that 4-hour. We can finally see, I'm going to optimize it to 12. I said the dashboard down here. We can finally see that trend is starting to pick up here. Now, yet again, right? We've discussed this before. As you can see, we've had consolidation through the Neo Cloud. Every time we're trading through the Neo Cloud, this is considered consolidation, right? This is very strong consolidation. When you're trading inside and outside that Neo Cloud, it's usually a no-go on trade unless you are a consolidation trader, which a lot of people are. They do like trading these consolidated periods because you can really identify when these things might actually revert. But in this case, we've flipped to now close to a trend state. We're at 66% on the trend strength right now. 66% on that trend strength right now, as you can see right there. So in this case, where do we head from here, right? This, again, the Neo Cloud acts similar to a Fibonacci. If we pull our recent swing point from that breakout, as you can see, the 50% is lining up beautifully with that Fibonacci. If this thing does hold, it's looking like it definitely wants to go hit that 2386, almost 2390 again, and we'll see what it does. You'll get a 3 continuation signal. Finally, it's taken forever for this to happen, but you'll get something that looks similar to this here, where a continuation signal like this going into the next day if we get that nice move back up to the 2380 area on the 4-hour. Yeah, on the 4-hour. So keep an eye on that here, and we might get that lovely continuation if we can get back in through that 2370, but so far, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Can I do 15-minute? No, I don't look at 15 minutes. Guy said gold, bro. Dude, I mean, this is gold, bro. You're looking at gold right now. I just went over it. Brother, come on. Air's in the chat for that guy. Bot did run away. Bot ran away. He's in the other chat. All right. Let's move on to Ethereum, and then we're going to go over Solana. And then we'll take suggestions here in a minute. All right, so Ethereum, yet again as well. Let me optimize this to 15 since we have the signals and overlays already on. I'm going to go ahead and optimize it, and we'll talk about it. All right. So similar situation, right? We got a very strong force signal coming down, and we're trading well below the Neo Cloud. Again, we like to look for Neo Cloud flips. We trade after the flip, right? So we see the flip here. These are bigger extended trends, right? When you're looking at the Neo Cloud, it's ideally for a bigger move. So it's good to see them on dailies. Good to see them on 4 hours, but for now, already lining up perfectly with the Fibonacci. As you can see from this swing high to here, you can see 618 lining up right on that retracement for that crazy extension that it had to the downside. 4 hour though, right now, let me optimize this to 18. I said the dashboard. 74% trend strength on the downside, right? We finally got that 2 opposing signal. Again, we're in a bearish Neo trend. Bearish Neo trend. That 2 signal is considered an exit, right? Because we're in a bearish trend. Again, 74% trend strength. Now, we have broken this previous lower high here. Now, if we were to see any type of reversal, the NeoCloud's going to have to make that switch like we talked about already. We want to wait for that switch and then see if price wants to hold above it, right? In this case, we're still in the bearish trend, right? Never broke above the upside, never showed a switch. Flipped back to a 3 continuation signal, very aggressive volume, and then sold off, right? So if we're just following the trend, right, sometimes it comes down to the basics. We need to see this thing clear the top of that NeoCloud and then give us a flip on the trend. But in this case, let's go to the price action front. We haven't had a full closure. Wow. Have we not? No, we did. We got a very, very minor closure over that swing high. I guess it wasn't calculating a strong enough move to show us actually a structural shift. That makes sense. Not a strong enough move. Makes a lot of sense. Now, if we were to have a nice move through the 3120 level, we talked about here on that weekly time frame that we have perfectly bounced off of this previous higher low on Ethereum. Now, again, this is ETF pump, right? ETF approval. Boom, moves. Gets that fade back with Bitcoin dropping as well. But it does hold its previous structural point on the weekly time frame. That's a very good sign here, especially with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, this thing broke that previous swing structural point there, right? It broke down. So we're looking for just a retracement to 60K and then a continued sell-off, right? If that were to actually show what it's supposed to show. Now, in this case, it never broke the swing point on Ethereum. So for now, we're considering more of a bounce on Ethereum than we would on Bitcoin. So going into the daily time frame now, the only way we could get an actual confirmed bounce back, for one, this is beautiful. It's fully extended on the oscillator. We're going to have to at least clear this previous weekly and lower high there. So weekly level and lower high. That lower high is 35.25. So we do have to get back up over that price, kind of regain a lot of that imbalance that previously already filled, and then get back through that 3,800 or so. So I will say, though, right now, if we were to make a full retracement, my, again, area I'd be watching is this previous swing high here. So this entire area that found support before, then sold through, and now created several sell imbalances there. That would be my upside target right now, 3,300. We discussed 3,300 in the long run already. We love 3,300. We have 3,266 up to 3,300 that we could be looking for. But I think right now, if the markets go well for the rest of the week, we will probably go retest 3,300. And then from there, it's up to what they want to do at that price. But for now, we have better probability of moving to that at the current state that it's in. And we'll see if we get those bounce backs or not. Now, for this current move right now, the Fibonacci does line up with 3714, so around the 3,200 level inside that imbalance. So I will say that if we go up to that price and start seeing a little bit of reaction to it, more than likely it just wants to continue that trend. But on that weekly level, I love that the weekly closed over. I love that we almost retested last week's low, but didn't fully retest it, and then now trading well above last week's low, so that's a really good sign without it fully closing beneath that weekly level. Now on the daily here, or sorry, let's look at the weekly fib and see something. On the weekly fib here, if I were to pull just this to this here, as you can see, we line up perfectly with that previous swing high at 32.53. So 32.53 in between that 3,200 and that 3,300 level that we were watching as well. This whole zone here is fantastic. Notice how the 618 lines up dead center with that weekly 35.25 level coming from this weekly pivotal point on the open close side. So open close candle right there, 35.25, and that Fibonacci lines up perfectly on the 618 retracement there at that level. So, you know, considerably, this could have been the perfect extension it needed to maybe get back up to that 35 or continue to hold 35 or more, right? We've seen a little bit bigger moves on Ethereum and on like Solana than we have on Bitcoin in certain situations and in the current situation. But in this case, let's wait to see kind of how it respects this weekly level. It continues to do it. We're going to continue to watch it from here. And then right now, still targeting 3,300 for the week. We'll see what happens. Back to 58K on Bitcoin. Let's hit 60K today, baby. Let's hit 60K today. Come on. I'll break my hand if we hit 60K today. Come on. Let's hit it. All right, let's go Solana. Solana, my bread and butter, my love, third love of my life. That was a close one. Third love of my life. And man, oh man. 144 almost broke. 144 almost broke. Now, Solana, y'all know me. I am still upset about this thing hitting 121.01. I had a limit fill for 121. Didn't get it. That's okay. We got it in the past here. It was a while ago. It was in May. I guess it wasn't that long ago. But we got the 121 fill before from that weekly level. Didn't get the long fill at 121 this time. That's fine. We did pick up some in back here when it made the rebound, or it was back here actually at 140. The 136.5 was really nice. So again, 136.5, 137 has been that price point forever. We've had that line there forever. We've had 121 forever from this daily open close high. Again, on the weekly though, as you can tell, where does that come from? Well, it comes from this 3-week pump that just so happened to reject the exact 137 level, and also had a mega pump that fell back and yet again bounced off of and rejected both ways, right? Happened both ways off 137. So that happening off 137 twice is why we marked that off on the weekly. And again, we found support there in the past in April that made that run through almost 190 and now has fully retraced back, and we're continuing to trade over the 137. So again, if we were holding this swing high over here between 112 and 125, I'm very happy. I think Solana, again, on the Solana news, we had this update where the 19B4s for spot Solana ETFs of both VanEck and 21 shares have been filed. But again, the SEC right now is focused on Ethereum and getting those trading. I think right after that, we'll see updates on Solana. So be ready. The minute those get approved, again, that's acceptance. Again, acceptance. We might get a pump to 200. It's very likely we get a big pump on Solana if that does get accepted. So be ready for that. Just a matter of time. Now, in this case, 137 was that price point. I'm going to continue to watch today. Close over that, I'll be happy. If we can close anywhere around 146 today, I'll be even more happy. It'll be the happiest I'd be around 146. So keep an eye on trading back to 146. Let's go to the 4-hour. The 4-hour front here, really just consolidation, right? Let's pull up the money flow profile here, and then I'm going to pull up, let's do 200 bars again. Yo, come on. 200 bars on Solana. As you can see here, we're inside that value, right? Inside the mega value, the highest volume traded level at 141 right now in the current 200 bar range. Now, I fully would want a closure over 144. If we can get a full closure over 144, then our next target's going to be roughly 150. I would go right for 150. I wouldn't even, sway away from it. 151 sitting here, 150 sitting there. If we go to the daily, though, we'd also talk about how you have 150 there, and then you have 153 there. I think anywhere between 150 and 153 is probably going to be where it shows maybe a bearish day. If not, completely blows to that level. But again, pretty much confirmed double bottom there with two open closed lows lining up at the exact same level for the most part, around 130. This thing's ready to potentially go today. Let's just see if it closes around 143-ish. That'd be really nice. If it doesn't, then we'll just wait to see if it makes that breakout through 145. Just need a daily close. So watch for that daily closure. Now, going into the signals and overlays, I want to look at that real quick. We've been consolidating like we already said. Let me optimize this to 19. As said, the dashboard down here. Notice again, trading through the Neo Cloud. When it trades through the Neo Cloud, it's in a consolidated state. Not trading through the Neo Cloud, right? Not trading through the Neo Cloud, right? Trading through the Neo Cloud, okay? It's as easy as that when identifying whether you're chopping or whether you're ranging or you're not ranging. Now, again, trend strength's 19% here, right? Very low trend, right? It says 19%. Why would I, consider this thing trending? It's not. So in this case right now, we're starting to break back out. We almost had that Neo flip, didn't happen. Broke back down below the Neo Cloud, and now it regained kind of its strength when it came back to retest 121. But now it's back, retesting the high again. So this, again, we've talked about this before. The more times it tests it, the more likely it is to break it. So we'll see here if it can get up to 150, 152. If we get that nice breaking move through this 4-hour swing high here, that's sitting around 54, then we might actually start to see that flip of the Neo Cloud like this, right? We want to see the flip of the Neo Cloud like this. And then we want to see price trend either below or above it. Now, in this case, it would be above it, right, when we're trading through it. there's not really a reason, but we wait for the flip and we see if price wants to trade below that Neo cloud. So there's Solana right there. Beautiful, beautiful sell off there, and holding below the Neo cloud, never going back to touch it. Finally touched it with that 2 exit, and now we are just trading through it. So we keep a close eye on it, right? So now we'll see if we can get that flip here in the few days on the 4 hour. On the daily, for the signals and overlays, we go to the 18 sensitivity. We're still at a 9% trend strength there. We retested the Neo on the daily, still consolidating though, waiting for this thing to potentially bounce back. So key consolidation pulls up the price action for me, and we're seeing that in this current state, 14% order block as well sitting there. I would want to see it again break through 145, then I think 150 is in the books. So watch 150 move here soon if it gets a good daily close. And love the upside so far in Solana. Also, you're getting a very lovely higher low where the money flow is about to flip, plus a structural break on the oscillator sitting right here. So we got a structural break. I'm going to put a line actually right here off of this turning point and this previous swing high. Broke here, right? On the oscillator, broke there. Price then has now tried to set a higher low. If it confirms and makes that breakthrough 145, again, 150, and then after that, there's plenty of upside room we could talk about. Let me see the daily again. 156 possibly, but honestly, I wouldn't even go for 156. I'd go for like 163 first. But then 174, another weekly level that we've talked about a million times. So we'll keep it close on it. Love it so far on Solana. All right. Let's see. All right. Now, NASDAQ. Absolutely obliterating every single high it's made. Now, how do we determine whether it's made a decent move or not? Again, the Fibonacci move, right? Is the Fib 50% level lining up with the previous high? It absolutely is, right? It absolutely is. In my opinion, just due to price action, when price extends enough from its last swing point, once it extends to show you it between the 50 and the 618, a lot of the times it's going to potentially make a small retrace over 1 or 2 days. Notice the last time it did this, right? Here's your swing low off that order block here. Here was your swing high here. Notice how the 618 right above, or was holding right above that previous all-time high. So again, this is that. If you go to the NQU though, right, because that is where it's actually calculated. There you go. You don't have that massive gap on the forward contract. If we go to the NQU now and look at it from this swing low to its current swing high, there, much better. 618 lined up perfectly with that previous high. It's in between as well, the 50 and the 618. Here it's already starting, and then it made its pullback there. It had 1 day and then 2 retracement days. Today now, if it closes bearish today, we could then show maybe a pullback to 20,400. So we'll keep a close eye on that here for the NASDAQ. But again, this thing's absolutely ripping. There's no reason to honestly look short on the NASDAQ. I would just wait for dips to yet again buy again so long as structure's holding. Again, the structural shift or structural hold I would want is between 20,200 and 20,400. If we see a bullish day like this, a large candle body close like this right here, turn this off like this after a 2 or 3 day pullback, then again guarantees strong buys. It's holding slope. People want to continue to move this higher. Again, also trading well above the Neo cloud like we've already discussed. Again, price, signals and overlays, price, again, 2 exit signal from this current trend, comes down, retests the Neo cloud, trading inside the Neo cloud. You get the 3 continuation signal well above the Neo, bounces off the Neo, trades above the Neo. That's strong trend. There's no reason to go against that. So fantastic move so far on the NASDAQ. Still looks like if we get a small retracement here, we're probably going to find a bounce and head higher. We've gone over gold. If you're asking for it, I'm not even going to look. You're looking at the price action concepts indicator right now on my chart. You can also access it 30 days risk free at LuxAlgo.com. That's LuxAlgo.com. LuxAlgo. Or just click the profile, whichever stream you're in, and go to the, we have a link in the bio as well. Okay, so make sure I can run over everything. Dixie's back up today. Again, small trends. Notice what we notice. Yeah, I need to slow down sometimes. that's what we notice with the euro and the Dixie and all of these, right? All the Forex pairs and against the dollar, it usually makes small trends. You can see small trend, and a small little uptrend right here. So in this current spot, what do we notice, right? On the money flow profile, again, that's this free indicator. I know some people ask about that all the time. We have that peak volume, yet again, value range starting to show a little bit of reaction, right? Again, all this is printing is showing you key levels of where high volume is in the current bar link that you have put in, aka default is 200 bars. But again, if you want to just plot this current range, just pull up your bar tool. I need to probably mark off here. Let's do this one. Boom. Date range here. You just do something like this. You say, hey, I want to watch from this low to this low here. We got what? That's 175 bars. I can go in here if I want to see the volume within the 175 bars. I type in 175 bars here, and boom, I have 175 bars. But it's not really going to change there from the 200. Highest volume on the euro is sitting right there. In this current spot on the daily, it's hard, man. This is hard to say. It's still in an uptrend, so even with it rejecting, again, if this thing were to make a full pullback now, line up with the previous highs, makes sense here. 107.5 would be that ideal target to the downside for a bounce. But again, if you pull this swing high to swing low, where is it at? It was at the 618. It just didn't obey it. So that means, in my opinion, when you see a fib, if you pull a fib from its last 2 swing points, not the current 2 ones, but the last 2 swing points, and price doesn't react to any of those levels, more than likely it's invalid. That trend is invalid. It's probably going to actually break it. So there you go. Made a very clean break there, and now we're trying to see a potential upside move. On the downside, if we were to pull back, weekly's not going to help me. I always forget that on the euro. If we make a full pullback here, honestly, there's a few things I would identify. I'm going to take the money flow off real quick. Here you go. So here we got a Neo Cloud playing out nicely because it is starting to trend to the upside on the 4 hour here. We have a exit signal happening right now on that current upside move, and we just had that Neo flip. So in this current move here from this low to this high, like I said, the 382 lines up at the bottom of that Neo Cloud. So in this case, it might have made too big of an extension right now, and it might want to come back down because it's not lining up with the current Fibonacci. So I will say this thing, look at that. Look at it reject that 4 hour level there. Insane. But was I on the right sensitivity? Yeah, 15. But for now, rejecting that same crazy Newswick high there at 108.437. Again, don't ignore those open close highs. If it pulls back, watch to see if it can hold above the 108 and then go from there. But on the let me get back, sorry. On that 4 hour with the price action concepts, I'm looking at the euro right now. So if you're asking for it, I don't know why. We are also rejecting that very high volume 29% order box. So I'm lining that up with the open close high there. Beautiful targets. Normally, if I would be bullish on this on a lower time frame like this, this structure we want it to hold, right? Look at how structure on this BOS here, right? This swing high here held right here and made this move higher. This swing high here tried to hold but didn't, right? It's back below it. So if we get a full retest of this previous high and then a lower high at that same level of BOS, you can consider that pretty much an inverse or head and shoulders move. And it's possible that it maybe goes to retest 107.8. But we even said on that daily time frame, with it rejecting that high volume spot that we showed, we do like the retracement down to around 107.654. So keep an eye on that 107.654 to 107.5. Keep an eye on that move on the euro. Okay, that is 1 hour on our analysis front here. Yo, Bitcoin back down. Had a lovely move there for a second. Let's see if it gets that more. Bitcoin looking like it wants to go less today. 888 was y'all's level. It's at less. At less for Pepe and the current Pepe and the y'all's prediction point. Crude oil really quickly, and then again, let's go ahead and throw suggestions in. If you want to look at certain ones, throw it in the chat and we'll go over it. Y'all know the drill. All right, real quickly, like we discussed here on crude oil, this current massive move that it's had, finally it's coming down from it. This thing to me looks like it doesn't really want to fully continue this trend. I would have wanted to seen a bigger extension. We could consider this previous swing high or swing low here. It didn't really sell off. That's 3 green days that pulled back a little bit. But this does technically kind of line up with that previous high as well. So 80, 81 there with that change character sitting there. Going into that 4 hour here, you can see that 8% order block also rejecting. Again, this thing looks like it has better odds of consolidating right now than anything. On the 4 hour, it'd be probably looking more of a short move off of like 82, 86 or something and go from there. But consolidation usually is what comes in after these bigger trends on crude oil. So we'll see if it ends up consolidating and making some sideways moves before making its next trend. All right, but there you go. That's pretty much it. All right, what do we want to look at? Let me look at Tesla. Somebody mentioned Tesla. Oh my gosh, baby. Dude, congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. We've officially hit $100 per share from our 160 buy that we talked about on stream a while back. Okay. We talked about on stream a while back. Yet again, all this comes from is weekly levels. We saw, Tesla had a, not very good 2023. They still made money though. Okay. You can't negate that they made money. They made this about the same amount as they did in 2022. Okay. Made about the same amount as they did in 2022. That's why they were kind of down early this year. But again, the minute we saw this thing come back to retest a weekly, very high volume, higher low there at 160, in my opinion, we're talking about, hey, this is a great buy for the long term on Tesla. It's just lining up very nicely as well with this previous break and run that it had. So it's just, there's nothing against, it showing that this thing wanted to continue lower, especially with them making decent money last year. Just because there wasn't as much growth doesn't mean that the stock, is not going to eventually show growth later this year or is going to plummet, right? If sales are staying the same at the current state, that's okay. So long as price is reflecting that, right? If Tesla was trading up at 400, 350, 400, and all they had was a flat 2023, it wouldn't have worked, right? There would have been no reason to buy it. But since Tesla was kind of retesting the levels that it had in 2022 and in 2020, when it had the same amount of pretty much net profit, right? It lined up perfectly with a great buy to potentially give growth in 2024. So again, you have to kind of consider everything. If you're going for an investment strategy in stocks for the long term, right? You got to consider all the factors. How is it priced compared to 2022 and 2022 to 2024 now, right? So those 2 year spans, even though 2023 was flat, if pricing is roughly the same, but they've actually had a slight increase in sales or just net profit overall, right? Then again, it's a great buy. There's no reason to not buy it. There's really no reason. So great job. We're up 100 shares, $100 a share off of Tesla, off 160. Insane move so far. You can't get better than that. Netflix. Dude, is our stream just cooked? Yeah, dude. They're cooking our stream, guys. They're just cooking it. I don't know what. I don't know why. It's fine. Not a big deal. All right. Let's go to Netflix. Look at me type in Netflix USD. Holy V bounce there. Here's your daily. That was a weekly, wasn't it? Yeah, the weekly V bounce is nuts. 2022. What a crazy bounce back. Imagine buying in the 200s on Netflix. All right. Netflix, this guy wanted it really quickly. We got earnings coming up. Current state, man, this thing's, extremely high. I would never buy at these highs. Let's just say even if it continues to run up here, at some point you're probably going to get a retest down here in the 600s at some point, right? Markets fluctuate. That's just what they do. So we wait for earnings. There you go, Doberman. There's the gold comment. You're currently seeing the price action concepts indicator for those asking. The bot should ping it here in a second. Yeah, higher lows playing out lovely. I would wait to see if this thing wants to maybe pull back from here or not. After it's starting to close red today, it's showing a little bit of weakness at this high, but Again, it's still holding these highs, so there's not really a big reason to even go against this mega trend that it's in. No really big reason there. This is going to be a close one. TIA for crypto. We went over TIA yesterday, though. TIA today. Okay. Nice. Did we go over TIA yesterday? I can't remember. Thought we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so TIA is showing 18% today. Holy cow. Is there a reason? We got news on this. I mean, you know me. These ones that are pretty early, I don't like to necessarily buy. I like to wait. TIA right now, again, $8 still the price point. It needs to break. Yeah, Varun. That's why I say it. Somebody's botting the channel. I don't know who, but it's fine. Somebody was botting it. Yeah. So here you go. TIA, right? TIA making its breakout now above that swing high there. I would want to see if it can hold it, but the biggest problem right now is that $8 level. So let's keep an eye on that $8 level. I would want it to break over that price before considering a bigger move. $8 there held as well. 12, not bad. Yeah, I would wait for 8. 8's probably that move there. Let's look at Avalanche. Avalanche, I didn't really have a good day. It's up today, 2%. Again, Avalanche, I need it back over 31 before considering any more upside on Avalanche. 4 hour, again, took out these lows and made a higher low. This is a proper V bounce on Avalanche. So we'll see if it sets up here to continue. Y'all, this is going to be so close today. This is going to be so close. We got about 24 minutes left, 23 minutes left here on stream, and we'll see if this is more or less saga. Dude, what is this? Saga, you got to get back up. You got to get back over 157, 158, and go from there. 158 break. Yeah, then maybe we could start determining if this wants to continue the upside. I do like this current bounce that it has, trying to hold. Definitely trying to hold. Let's look at near. Wow, near's holding its perfect high there. Nice. Near's holding this high very well. If near continues to hold this high here, 3813 now. Watch for a bounce back to $5. $5 would be that upside move. This guy wanted TON ton. Now this one has been great. This one's been holding very nicely. Huge wick down. Huge wick down there. Weekly here. This has set some interesting weekly levels there on the upside. You're just kind of stuck in consolidation, man. I would either want to see a complete daily close underneath $6.77. This swing low there might be different for you. I'm looking at Tether. Wait. Let me go OKX. Sorry. There you go. This swing low here, $6.77. Yep. And then, or a breakout of this previous lower high here at 8.174. Man, what's the natural gas? Natural gas, yeah, in a bearish trend. If this thing gives you a bearish close after a 2.5 rejection, it's probably going to be going to fill. I already filled that gap. It's probably going to be going down to 210, $2. I would say between 220. Sorry, between 216 and $2. Please don't come in the chat and spam though. Dude, we haven't looked at FET in forever. Some guy wanted FET. Oh, poor FET had like the run of its life. It has been, the fade's been good though. Even with the run of its life here, the fade's been pretty solid, right? So the current fade here, you know, you got the BOS, you got this weekly area to watch right now. It happens to line up perfectly with the imbalance. Again, guys, this is the dollar problem. Here's your $1 issue. You just can't let FET break below $1. If it breaks below $1, just consider like an XRP idea. I do like FET though way better. I like FET way better than a lot of these that have sold off from their crazy highs. So I think it's going to be okay, but really that dollar can be a trap. If it breaks below $1, it could be a mega trap, so keep an eye on that. All right, well, yeah, BK, make sure you're a professional spammer. FET. Yeah, so we'll see if it closes up over $1. ONDO. ONDO has been another one of those things that's been super nice off its retracement from its opening price on the weekly. This previous high here is lining up quite nicely. Oh, Dennis, FET is just literally, oh, it's now ASI. They pretty much, it's just a platform for people to launch, you know, like AI currencies. You can, like, for the most part, you can monetize stuff, and their whole thing is like an open platform for like AI economy or whatever. It's pretty interesting. They're kind of just rallying off the AI thing, but it's been pretty. They have a great website though. Go to their website. Just type in fetch.ai. They'll tell you a lot about it. AI, making AI monetization like simple for the most part. Guys asking about Sol. Yeah, we already went over Solana. ONDO though, there's your you know, pretty clean transition there. Let's go to the daily. That's not it. I have not covered FTM yet. We can go over that. All right, so I mean, this thing sadly again broke its structure. We discussed how $1 could be in sight after it did, and it, you know, is trying to really hold that dollar. Notice how it rejected. Hold on. There you go. Now, this area is kind of, this is it, man. I mean, I hate that it's back under $1, but it didn't really hold up above $1 very well either way. Very nice lower high there off of the inverse head and shoulders. But you have a very large volume area here. Let's look at the money flow. As you can see, there you go. So the money flow is sitting here. That's even from the start. You know, it's all the way down around 80 cents. So anywhere now, if it's below $1, it probably has that potential for 80. It's in the top of that value range, right? As you can see with the amount of volume that's been trading at 84. I would say 86 down to 76. You got a 10-cent range there. If it can just hold that, then you might see a little bit of a bounce back. Right now, it's trying to really kind of like not just kill itself, right? It already took out all its Fibonacci levels from its recent swing. So in this case now, we just need to see if it actually wants to be respected. It still has room to extend. Watch if it goes down here. If it goes down to these lows down here, right? That would give you that 50% retracement back to its recent support at 110. So I do think it could have a little bit more downside. Maybe, I mean, this low is pretty decent though. That low is 84. So maybe down to like in low 80s. NCQT Kakidu or whatever. Oh, this is something different. Never mind. Oh, this isn't anything, man. I mean, this is the same as Tia. Tia did the same thing. I'd rather look at Tia. thought that was cocky new, but I mean, two of these have these 18% jumps today. We can go. Let's go over FTM, and then we can go over optimism. I haven't gone over optimism in a minute. All right, here's FTM daily bouncing off its peak volume there. So 13, baby. All right, 13 cents as stated in the dashboard. Has to go with the last 250 bars. So in this case, this is, you know, this calculation from this current kind of picture you're seeing here. There you go. Breaks top, closes beneath, 3 continuation signal, nice rejection, beautiful sell-off. What I'd be looking for now, again, is kind of where we're heading on the weekly. In the weekly right now, we're inside a large breaker that had that upside. I wish this thing would have held 53. It didn't. Since it broke below that, I think this thing could go down to 35. You know, crypto's trying to bounce right now, so that's possible. I wouldn't be bullish on this until it got back over like 55 to 57. That we could consider some bull side on FTM. But for now, I mean, this daily trend is so clean. Watch for continued rejection under 50 cents there. You can maybe give it 53 and then continue lower. But yeah, that 55 is pretty key. High here is 62. I just want to see that weekly looks good if you got a weekly candle close above 52-ish. So watch that. Nike stock. There you go. Let's look at some more stocks. Let's do Mara first. Mara. All right, Mara holding up. Still in this weekly consolidation, man. It's pretty much just waiting, right? Sadly, these freaking mining companies, man, they made money in 2023, but they didn't even make back what they lost in 22. So it's like, that's the only problem with it being publicly traded is like, here's like their annual, right? They last year, the year before that, they lost 700 million nearly in 2022, right? 2023 they made 261. It's like didn't even barely recovered. So let's just pray this year with where we're at. And we just had the halving, so hopefully they're on top of that. I haven't really looked into detail on how they're going about competing with the difficulty. But obviously they're one, if not the largest mining companies for Bitcoin. So we'll see how they do in 2024. Quarter one obviously did well. 337 million, so that's good. They're starting to bounce back. They made as much as they did. They made as much as they did in 2023 in quarter one of 2024. They made more, actually. 337. Last year, 261. That's nuts, right? One quarter, they make as much as they did the entire of 2023. Now, if price holds where it's at, obviously this was ending in March, right? So this was ending right before the halving. So with that happening, I'm curious to see how they report earnings now, right? Let's see how they do in the beginning of August on their earnings front. So that's probably why it's just not moving, right? Because besides Bitcoin selling off, right? Because it's not going to move with Bitcoin selling off. I'm just curious to see what is next quarter going to look like for Mara when, like, last quarter they killed it and it was reporting all of the earnings before the halving. So it could be interesting. That'd be nuts. All right, let's go to Nike. Popsicle, they've already started sending and doing the payouts of Bitcoin. They're just paying out the customers that have had Bitcoin locked in that exchange forever. That's it. So the customers have the decision on whether to sell or not. Let's go to Nike. They've already done it. Nike, wow, they just had earnings. And that'll do it to you right there, guys. And there you go. And they have spoken. Right? That's not even up yet. So this was reporting quarter one. Wait, why is that not updated? I hate when TradingView does that. There you go. Wait. Dude, why do they do that? That's annoying. Okay. Doesn't make any sense. I might be mistaken. I have to go back and look. Either way, doesn't matter. All right, so quarter 4. Were they really reporting quarter 4, BK? I hate when they're off that hard. I haven't looked at those. Yeah, but I hate that they do that, dude. Like, why can't we just all report the same quarter? I haven't seen one where quarter 4 is in May in a while, I don't think. That's crazy. They're still reporting last year's. That's annoying. Gosh. I hate when they were reporting quarter 4 of 2023 and we're like halfway through 2024. It's like, it's just annoying. All right. I don't remember the last time. Okay, Nike. All right, so, I mean, they're up year over year, which is fine, but as BK said, they lowered their guidance. Again, that's all that determines how earnings move. They lowered guidance there. Surpass on EPS. But again, you gotta love it. You honestly gotta love these dips because for now, like on Nike, I'd look for like 67. I watch for 67. That'd be great. I mean, they still turned a 11% net margin, so they obviously just reported the entire 2023. I mean, you're pretty much getting decent dip buys very soon, if not now. And they're up 12% from last year, which is good. Dang, I might actually keep an eye on this. A buy at 20? Think you're gonna dump as low as 20? What do you mean? It's a buy at 2-0. I would like to see. Oh, sorry, I didn't read your thing right. It's like 20. What are you talking about? Goodness gracious, give me the monthly. Yeah, honestly, guys, if we could on Nike, if we can get 68, damn, I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna put this. Hold on. I'll put this on my watch list. If we can get a move to 68, I'm gonna put an alert at breaking 70. I like it down there, yeah. Dylan on the other chat said, that's called a fiscal year, dude. Get a grip. Yes, I understand, brother. I'm just saying I just hate when I hate when some of these are reporting their fiscal years in the middle of the next year. Apple today, freaking, I haven't even looked at half of these. Tesla's still crazy, man. 160 buys. I mean, I wish I bought more at 160. We're looking at Nike. Who hasn't suggested coin in a while, man? We've been holding this range forever at 224 to 209. Fiscal year D's financial reports. Just ask Pepe about. Oh wait, I gotta keep an eye on the clock. We got 6 minutes left on the Bitcoin prediction. Where is it sitting? Oh, we're still sitting more. Barely, man. We're just close today. We're so close today. $224 to $209, right, guys? This previous weekly lows we were watching on coin, man. I mean, again, honestly, I'm honestly shocked for Coinbase how in 2022 it makes sense, if 2022 wasn't that great of a year for the economy, so people aren't going to be buying crypto, especially. Crypto in general wasn't great, but it's just the amount of volume that Coinbase goes through in the crypto sector, and they still have struggled turning a profit is impressive. Their fees are enormous, but they did okay last year. Recovered a little bit. They didn't lose much in 2022, but it's just surprising that they don't turn a profit sometimes. Look at quarter one though. Quarter one this year, 1.18 billion, already completely almost 10xing last quarter or last year entirely. It's nuts. We need a rave break. I think I'm too tired for a rave break, brother. We'll do one soon, I promise. All right, we got 4 minutes left on the Bitcoin predictions right now. It's sitting more for Pepe yet again, and it's sitting less for you guys. You guys had 8888. Let me go ahead and mark that. There it is. This is y'all's price right here. Let me fix that. That is y'all's price. Okay, we got about 4 minutes left. 57,888. 57,888. There it is. Right now, it's sitting less still, but barely. It looks like it's going to go more. You're looking at the price action concept indicator. Look at the breaker block, though, holding here on this. Two minutes ago, German government inflow 2,700 Bitcoin, 156 million. All right. Price doesn't really change. What he said. Bitcoin more, he said. Dude, this could be close. We got 3 minutes. Dang. Sure. We're on the edge of that. Oh, we're hitting some wet. We're getting hitting with some weather right now. It's gonna be close. Let me put some text here. Bitcoin, or let's say YouTube live Bitcoin prediction. All right, guys. Good luck. Let's see it. Let's go 1 minute. We got, wow. We got 2 minutes left. Oh, nice bounce back. We got 2 minutes left. And here come the comments. Dude, are you logging here? Really? You're logging at this price? Don't doubt the Pepe wheel. Don't doubt the Pepe wheel. The guy knows what's up. Let's see here in the almost 1 minute left. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Dude, this could be close. It's sitting well less for you guys. But we'll see. Does it bounce back in 1 minute? We've seen Bitcoin do it before. Hella less right now. What you got for us, Pepe Wheel? Come on, baby. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We got 45 seconds left. Go, go, go. Come on, brother. Drop. Crypto kid over there with a drop. Yo, this is going to be really close for Pepe Wheel. It's going to be really close for the Pepe Wheel. Too much beer. 20 seconds left, guys. Really close for Pepe. Pepe's going to be off just by a little bit. He was up mega earlier. 10 seconds left. It's going to be less, yeah. That's going to be less. Got to, unless you had some German government buys right now. Oh, man. Come on, Pepe, with the less. There's our hour and 30-minute timer. Great job. If you said less today, let's see who suffered and who was correct. Great job if you said less, though. The Bitcoin prediction is less today. The one day Pepe doesn't go with the less pick. The one day Pepe doesn't go with the less pick, dude. Crazy. Crazy. So, again, guys, you just witnessed our Bitcoin predictions. What is that? A lot of you probably just tuning in and are like, what the hell is he talking about? Again, we do this thing called Bitcoin predictions at the beginning of every stream. I give you a price, whatever the beginning of the stream price is. It was 57,888. You get to put in your pick, whether you think it's going to be more or less. Come test out your skills. Do you think you have what it takes to be right? If you do, you get 100 points added to your profile if you were correct. Again, Les is the winner today. And we do this at the beginning of every stream. If you are a top 10 viewer at the end of the week, you get a 1 in 10 chance of winning $100. Great job to all the people that said less. I see a bunch of heavy lesses here. But Pepe, 2 days in a row, or he was right yesterday. Pepe back down to $3,198, dude. All this has been, all these trades, he's gone for a month now, have been just from spinning the Pepe wheel, okay? He picks more or less at the beginning of the stream. Look at these trades. He's up $3,200 nearly. He's now missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, and the losers have been so small. But look at these massive winners, man. It's honestly impressive. I wish I could trade like him. I wish I could trade like that wheel, guys. Pepe wheel's insane. All right, still up $3,200. We'll see how he is at the end of the month. But man, sometimes you go random against a random market. Great job. All right, if you want to be a part of the Bitcoin predictions, make sure that you join the YouTube stream, okay? You can get your entries in at the beginning of every stream. Right now, we're going live every day at 2 Eastern. So make sure you're in the stream then to be a part of our Bitcoin predictions. Let's see who said more. Let's see who said less. If you said less, great job. Crypto Mindset with the less. Great job, brother. Michael with the less, Dennis with the less, Brad with the less. Let's go, baby. These guys killing it. Tom with the less, Tal with the less, Dropper with the more. Come on, brother. Airs in the chat for Dropper. BT with the more. Come on, BT. Airs in the chat. Come on, man. Pope with the less. Great job, Pope. Jazz with the less. Great job, Jazz. Muscle with the more. Come on, Muscle. What are you doing? Robert with the less. Great job, Robert. Is that less or more? No, just kidding. Joe with the less. Great job. Roman with the more. Come on, Roman. Here's the chat for Roman. 6 with the less. Great job, 6. Dan with the more. Come on, man. Varun with the more. Come on, man. There's the chat on that one. Demonic with the more. You got Mike with the more. Doberman guy with the more. Doberman, what are you doing, bro? Come on, brother. Crypto Kid with the less. Great job, Crypto Kid. Again, there's more entries than just this. If you missed it, make sure you tune in the beginning of the stream to get your entries in. But again, we reset our loyalty base. Great job if you tuned in today and you were correct on the Bitcoin predictions. Again, if you want to be a part of that, tune in earlier on the stream. But guys, besides that, that pretty much concludes yet again another stream. We stream every day at 1 or 2 Eastern. Okay. Again, last but not least, my friends, last but not least, I have a baby that was due on Saturday. So it's any day now. It could be tomorrow. It could be in about 5 minutes. I'll keep you updated. If you want to stay up to date with everything going on the stream, make sure you join the Discord. At the same time, though, guys, just join the Discord. It's absolutely free. We've got a lot of people trading in there daily on the crypto front. Got a lot of people trading futures, Forex, all in there. Just all part of our community. It's very well maintained. We have an awesome team of mods, and our boy Mickey goes live in there as well every morning before this stream. So tune into his stream as well on the LuxAlgo Discord. Again, it's absolutely free. And of course, if you do sign up for LuxAlgo, you get access to some things like, strategies that are posted by users and back tested by users that use them every day to be profitable in the market. So you can go in there and kind of learn from them if you've been interested in trying to get into learning about our indicators. Again, just join it. It's absolutely free. We'd love to see you in there. Besides that, guys, if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the market and get these Sunday posts or whatever you want, we constantly keep you updated in real time. sometimes before even all the major news sources about what's going on in the crypto, stocks, and Forex market. Anything that's important, we send it to you. Just follow our Twitter. We don't send spam. All we do that we post about our stuff is going to be either threads on our new free indicators. Again, these are all of our new free indicators. It's pretty much we post threads on. Otherwise, we post news and memes about everything going on in the market in real time. Again, the only page that you need to follow, I promise you, you won't be disappointed and you'll stay up to date without some crazy constant pinging that you might get from some of these other pages. So would suggest following our X account or whatever you want to call it these days at LuxAlgo. Very much appreciate that as well. They work very hard to get that out for you guys. And kudos to BK. BK in the chat. Give him some huddle gangs in the chat for BK. He's one of our team members that is working on this daily for you guys. Besides that, guys, already, again, we provide everything from premium to free indicators. If you don't already know, go to the website, click the library tab right up here. Boom, click library. We have hundreds of free indicators. If you're into ICT, if you're into whatever, and you've been looking for something that gives you that kind of idea in an indicator that you can set up alerts for, we probably have a free one for it. So if you're into something that's based on moving averages or anything like that, we just released today the candle body support and resistance. Some, you might find indicators in here that are ideas that you never thought, like the all the wave indicators that people love, or ideas that people love. You can now create free alerts for yourself if that's something you've been looking into or wanting to look for. We probably, here you go, ICT propulsion block, whatever that is. But we did, this is probably my favorite one recently, is a real-time DOM on TradingView. That's nuts. But go check that out as well. There's a lot of really cool free indicators on there for you guys. Just luxalgo.com/library. Again, we also offer them on other platforms like TradingView, MetaTrader, Thinkorswim, and NinjaTrader. Right now, remember, on Thinkorswim, we have the Smart Money Concepts indicator. So a lot of you guys, that's our most popular one. Number 6 all time. We also have a video we just dropped on that, too, on the main YouTube channel, so go check that out. Again, all absolutely free on the luxalgo.com library page. But again, what you see on my stream is going to be all the premium indicators. All I use is the price action concepts and the signals and overlays. We'll touch on the oscillator matrix every once in a while. I use that a ton too for longer swing trades. But if you've seen the signals and stuff, that's also on the website as well. So go check that out. Full in-depth details, but everything you need right there for you guys. All right. Besides that, I appreciate you. Thanks again for tuning in like always, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back tomorrow at 2 Eastern. If for some reason we're not here, I'll keep you updated in the chat. It pretty much is going to come down to, whether or not the baby's here or not, and I'll let you know. Besides that, guys, let's get the smoke up in here. Let's get bumping, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and don't get liquidated, okay? Seriously, don't get liquidated, guys. Stay real. Stay real. Don't get liquidated. Be smart. Don't leverage. Just don't leverage. Promise you, it's going to save you. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? What is happening? I don't know where my mouse is. Hello? This isn't good. There it is. Found it. All right, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Peace. Where you keep them good, baby. Love my singing voice. I know you do. I know you love that ish.
Who's your daddy?
Next live tomorrow, 2 Eastern. I gotta quit saying 1 Eastern. Am I the LuxAlgo from TradingView? Yes. It's not just me though. We have a massive team. Pepe wrong again, man. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he's not wrong next time. Maybe, maybe not. We have earnings after hours today. Earnings coming up big time here very soon, guys. So be ready for that. No earnings today that are that important. There's probably a few. Discotheque intro tomorrow, Crypto Kid. I got you, bro. I got you. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in like always. I'll